Canada's press conference. Coach John Herdman Ashley Lawrence. Ashley, spectacular game, 3 netted in. Tell us what you think.
I thought that we started off the tournament well, and that was our goal, to get those 3 points. And now it's just about our recovery and on to the next game.
Coach, your thoughts on the game?
Simple. Yeah, 3 points on to the next game. She said it all. No, it was what we expected. They bunkered in and give us the opportunity to play in the part of the pitch that players enjoy, and it looked like the girls were enjoying it. When quality met quality, the quality crossed with a quality delivery, we certainly punished them. So it was nice. We gave some new players some new opportunities, and that was really exciting. And to see Ash score a hat-trick, Desi get a 100th cap, it was a good night for us. So 3 points, Trinidad up next, and ready to roll, eh?
Yeah.
Anything that surprised you guys about
About
the team, the opposer?
No, we did well to scout them, and we knew they were gonna, play super compact through the middle, so we wanted to expose them on the width, and I thought we did really well with that. We had a lot of crosses, a lot of opportunities, so we definitely hit our target.
Coach?
Yeah, it's the same as Ash. She's saying it all tonight. Exactly that. We knew we'd get the opportunities out wide, and it was just a matter of time. So, sometimes these games, they all go in, and you win 10, 12-0. Sometimes you scrape through by a goal or two. I remember opening in 2012, and we only beat Cuba 2-0 in the opening game. So that was a really solid performance. I thought the girls dominated it, and yeah, it was exciting, sorry, to watch, to see some of the skills going out there. Little Gabby Carl doing some tricks, and Deanne Rose bursting down the side with her pace, and like I say, the youngster here getting 3 goals. It was magic.
Questions?
John, with the goals coming from the youngsters, they're performing against CONCACAF sides. How does that sort of up the confidence for Trinidad in a couple ways?
Well, I think we know Trinidad will be another step up from that, and I think they showed it tonight. They've got pace and athleticism and can definitely hurt you on the counter-attack. I think that's what we didn't see from Guyana tonight. We didn't really see that attacking threat. They committed maybe 1 or 2 players forward on the counter, where Trinidad will commit a lot more and challenge our back 4. But I think for the young players, just to get that confidence, get the first game out of the way, it's always a bit nerve-wracking, and also for the team. That group haven't played together consistently, since the World Cup. We had a couple of games in Brazil, but it wasn't a consistent lineup, and we were missing some key players. So to get them back on the pitch together, there's a real good spirit, and I think they'll be ready for Trinidad. Trinidad looked good tonight in spells, but I think will be too much for them.
Ashley, you played on the stage before. What did you see in Deanne to have 2 goals and only her 4th appearance?
I think again, it's great for her, to get those goals and boost her confidence. And she's been performing well in training and in previous games. So now on the world stage here, she's consistent. So I think that's great for us, to have different players stepping up and putting the ball in the back of the net, because we need that.
You talked about attacking the width. You seem to get a lot of joy, in particular on the right side with Belanger. Was that something you went in focused on the right side, or did it sort of evolve over the course of the match that was where you were getting more success?
Yeah, it seemed to evolve as the match went on, and they started to shut that right side down in the second half, and then the left opened up, which was really good. So, we converted Belanger from a winger to a fullback, and you started to see her attacking prowess tonight. So, I think just for our team, it's just a little bit about quality. Some of the quality going in there from the crosses were just maybe overcooked, players were a little bit rusty. So if we can work on that, I think coming up against Trinidad, we'll get a few more goals from the crosses. But that right-hand side worked well, and it's just the amount of numbers you've got to play into. When a team packs 10 players into a 20 by 20 area, it's not easy. But these girls did well to score 3 goals in the first half, really put the game to bed, and then they could enjoy it in the second, which was, I think, what they were doing.
You talk about Sinclair a bit as she's sitting one goal shy of breaking Mia Hamm's second place spot. Gave a really selfless performance.
Yeah.
How important is that with such a young team to have that sort of example out there?
I think that's what they love about it. They really do, and that's what makes her so unique to this team. You know, she's such a class player, and I think we've just got more quality around her at the minute where she can feed them and get more players onto the score sheet. I know that's what they love about Christine. She is such a selfless person on and off the pitch, and she'll walk off tonight, and if she hasn't scored and made the record, I know she'll be well happy for Ash and Deanne, because she knows when the big games come, if these girls are stepping up, there'll be more space opens, and when she's needed, she'll deliver like she always does.
John, 4 years ago was your first major tournament with Canada, with the Olympic Qualifying. You had just taken over a team that had finished last at the World Cup, and now 4 years later, very different story. How has your coaching tactics plan changed going into this second Olympic cycle for you as coach?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think, you know, taking over the team, I felt Canada at that point were, you know, pretty much an established team. They'd been with coaches for maybe 5-6 years together, and I felt that their best hand of cards was direct football, very direct, you know, get it into the front players as quickly as you can and try and balance that a little bit with build-up play. I think the way we've evolved is we've transitioned this team is to try and adapt to the modern game, and I think you've seen that tonight. There was a lot of fluidity around the movement, how players can adapt different positions now. You know, Ashley's playing at an attacking midfield role, then she drops into left back, and it's still a real threat there. So that's what I've been building, and I think we've added more technical quality, more pace around the team, and we've been transitioning since 2012. I mean, the World Cup was a great experience for us all, but it demanded, I think, a more experienced group of women to handle the pressure. Having a home World Cup, now that monkey's off people's back, and you can start to enjoy your football and bring in some of these young players as we look towards the Olympics.
Any more questions?
Sinclair sat out the last, 10 minutes or so with a knock. Can you say anything about her status?
Yeah, it was just precautionary. Yeah, she just felt a cough just cramping a little bit. So, I mean, the game was what it was, and we got to give us a chance to play around with our 10 players strategies. So we were able to do a couple of tactical things there that will keep us in good stead in case that happens later in the tournament. So that was part of the ploy, and yeah, I wasn't being disrespectful to the opposition. It was just a good opportunity to make sure Sync's ready for the next game.
John, you're going up against a tougher team in Trinidad and Tobago, and that's probably going to be your most difficult game before you go into, hopefully, the semifinal game. What did you see today, despite the strong performance, that you'd like to improve on going forward?
I think it'll be a completely different game. I think Trinidad opens it up a little bit more. They, particularly in the counter-attack, they'll send numbers forward, 5 players will join in, and when that happens, it just opens things up. So you're not literally defending 10 players in a 40 by 20 area. I think that's the difference. So it demands a different approach, completely different approach, and they have a genuine threat. Like we know about that team, if you don't get your tactics right, they can hurt you. I mean, I remember 2014 playing against the US, and they kept it 0-0 for a long period of time and only lost 1-0. So they definitely can cause a threat on their day.
And going back to today, there was a point where Erin walked the ball basically out to half. I think it was early on in the game, but she was very far up the field. Did you expect that it was going to be a game that was that defensive? There wasn't even somebody who came out to challenge her across half.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we knew what was coming. But I think if there was anything that maybe caught us off guard would have been just the lack of counter-attack, which didn't really get the game into a stretch. So it was just one team's defending, one team's attacking. So, but I mean, that's where Guyana are at. I had a New Zealand team back in the day that got beat 13-0 off DPR Korea, and we had a World Cup coming in 12 months' time, and you have to adapt your tactics to the fitness of your players, to the quality of your players. I mean, all credit to them. They certainly stuck to their game plan, and I think they'll have been happy with those little wins they got of being able to keep Canada out of net for 20 odd minutes. I mean, I know they were the goals we used to set as New Zealand, just little micro goals to celebrate the hard work.